Good day, ma'am. Today I'll be performing my musculoskeletal assessment checklist, and I have my patient. Now I'll be starting the introductory phase. Good morning, sir. My name is Jonathan Sapitaut. May I know your name?
NJ Fahu,
What's your birthday?
August 11, 2004.
Okay, so let me check. Okay, so sir, today we'll be performing a musculoskeletal assessment in order for me to check your joints from your head until your toes. Okay, this will be to assess if there are any deformities, abnormalities, and if your musculoskeletal system is okay. So at this process, I'll be asking for your consent. I'll be touching you, sir, and performing different kind of exercises. Is that okay for you?
Okay.
So everything that will be transpired here will be kept confidential and will be shared with the healthcare team. Okay? Okay. So at this point, I'll now gather my equipment. And for my equipment, I have my gown. I'll be asking my patient to wear it later. And then I'll wash my hands.
Now, I'll have the process. I'll dry my hands with a clean.
Okay. After washing my hands, I'll provide the client privacy by closing the curtains and putting adequate light in the environment. I'll also make sure that it is quiet and it's well ventilated. So, sir, do you need anything else?
No.
Okay. So if none, we'll be now starting with the assessment. Okay, now sir, I'll be assessing the temporal indicator. So as I'm inspecting, so it's symmetrical, there are no deformities, no redness. Okay, this one I've assessed. Now I'll be locating your TMJ. So okay, can you open your mouth, sir? Okay. So upon inspecting my client, there's clicking, but there's no crepitus, which is the sound. So it's only clicking. That's what I've okay. Now, sir, I'll be asking for the range of motion of your mouth. Okay. Can you please open your mouth? Okay, close. And then moving forward and backward. Okay, again. Okay. How about side to side? So sides. Okay. So what I've noticed is he's doing it with ease, with smoothly, and also do you feel any pain, sir?
No.
Okay, there's no pain. Okay. Moving on to the neck. Okay, now sir, I'll be assessing your neck. Okay, so as I'm seeing, there's no signs of swelling, there's no signs of redness, but there's little bit rashes in his neck. Do you know the reason why there's rashes? Because because of the heat. So he's having heat rash in his neck. Okay, also, okay, so the color is equal also. Now, going to move with palpating his scapula and the trapezius and also the cervical spine. anything. Yeah. So upon assessing my client, there is no signs of pain. Also, there's no tenderness, there's no swelling, there's no nodules, and also no lesions. Okay? So sir, now I'll be asking you to regulate your body. Can you please give a go on? Yeah, to the side. Okay, to the side. Okay, okay, so do you feel any pain? Is it easy to?
No.
Okay, very good, sir. So all the range of motion are positive. He's not having a hard time moving his head over the room. Okay, now sir, I'll be assessing your shoulders. Okay, we'll inspect it first. So as I've noticed, it's symmetrical. Yeah, it's symmetrical, right? And there's no swelling, there's no muscle atrophy also. Now, I'll be palpating your particular joints all around the shoulder. Okay. You feel any pain? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so upon palpating his particular joints, there is no pain, there's no tenderness, there's no masses, no lesions, and so on. Okay. Now, sir, I'll be asking you for the range of motion. You can screw it in. Okay. Sir, I'll ask you to place your hand like this. And then up. Okay, and then at the back. Yeah. In between. To the sides. Go down. And then now, put your arm over the shoulders. Touch your shoulder. Yeah. And then your arm. Okay. Now, at the back. Touching the opposite scapula. Can you reach it? Okay, and the other one. Okay, very good. Now over your head. Now your other. Very good. So do you feel any pain doing that? Okay. So upon assessing the man, he doesn't feel any pain and he did it smoothly and it's smooth. Okay, now sir, I'll be inspecting your elbows. So may please retract your elbow at the back. Yeah. Okay, one first. Sorry. Okay. Before. Okay, the other one. So upon inspecting, there are no nodules. There is no lesions or masses also, and yeah, that's all. And then there is no swelling. There is no swelling. Okay. Now I'll be palpating. So there, upon palpating, there is no displacement, there is no tenderness, and also there is no thickening in the elbows. Now, sir, you can now face here. Okay. Can you please extend your arms like this first, like this. Okay. You extend your leg. Can you feel anything? Okay. How about okay, like that, and then this. And can you feel anything? Okay, so upon performing this exercise, the client doesn't feel anything and he did it very smoothly. Okay. Okay, now sir, I'll be inspecting your hand and wrist. Please, hands like this. Okay. So you do that. It's smooth. Good job.
Okay, now I was inspecting for palmar and dorsal surfaces of the wrist. So I was noting that there are no deformities and angulation from radial or ulnar deviation. I was also inspecting for the palm for contours, and I have noted that there are no thickening and contractures of the fingers. I was palpating it, the groove of each wrist joint from your with the thumbs, and I was noting for swelling, bugginess, and tenderness, which I didn't find. Now I'm gonna ask my client to do the range of motion. First, hand and wrist, and then finger to the ceiling, and to the floor, and then to the midline, and away from the midline. He noted that there is no pain when doing, and it is easy. And then we are going to move on with the fingers. First, to make a tight fist with each hand, and thumb across knuckles. Extend, and then we'll extend and spread the fingers, then spread the fingers apart and then bring them back together. He noted no signs of pain and ease of executing the exercise. In here, I'm going to count the patient and expose his entire back. First, I'll do is observe the patient's spinal profile, observing the cervical, thoracic, and lumbar curvatures from the side. I'll be inspecting this. Okay, I have noted no deformities and other deviations and symmetry. Okay, now I'll be looking it from the side, and I have noted that there are no exaggerated curvatures of the spine. Now I am palpating. Okay, I'm palpating the spinous process of each vertebra with my thumb. I'm assessing for tenderness. And I have noted that there are no tenderness in each vertebra of the spinous process. I also noted that it's not painful. And then I will palpate the paravertebral muscles for tenderness and spasm, which at the end I will find none, and he also felt no pain. Now I'll ask my client to stand and do the following exercises. He is to bend forward and try to reach the toes. Okay, after reaching the toes, I'll ask him to bend his back as far as possible. Okay, so he was having a hard time here to bend his back, and that's all that he can extend. And then I'll ask him to rotate from side to side. Okay, after that, I asked him to bend to the side from the waist, and he noted that there are no hardships, and it was easy for him to execute, which indicates that it's good. Okay, moving on with the hips. First, I'll be assessing the leg length for symmetry. So I'll be looking hips, and then I'll also be inspecting the anterior and posterior surfaces of the hip for areas of muscle atrophy and bruising. And as I was inspecting, I have noted that there are no bruising, and there are no signs of muscle atrophy. Okay. Then I will be palpating the anterior and posterior aspects of the hips. So as I was palpating, I have noted that it is symmetrical and there are no signs of tenderness, there are no lesions, masses, there's no bruising, and also there is no swelling too. Now I'm going to ask my patient to lie down and do the following range of motion and maneuvers. First, I'll ask him to bend his knee, going to pull it against abdomen. Okay, first leg, and then the other leg. Then I'll ask my client to lie face down and bend the knee and lift it up. Okay, he executed it properly. There. And then the other leg. Now lying flat. Ask him to move his lower leg away from the midline. Okay, now I'll ask him. Move it away from the midline. Okay, very good. Then I'll ask him to do it on his other leg too. Okay, very good. Now, ask him to bend his knee and move the leg toward the midline. Okay, then his other leg. There. And then, I'll ask him to bend his knee and turn his lower leg and foot across the midline. There. There, very good. And then ask him to bend his knee and turn his lower leg and foot away from the midline. Okay. There. And he executed this easily with no hardship, and it is smooth, and he executed it properly.
Okay, now sir, I'll be inspecting for your knees. I'll be starting by inspecting your knees. Okay? Okay. So upon inspecting, I see this normal hollows in the knees. Also, there is no atrophy, thickening. There's no signs of swelling, and also so there's it's warm, and it's normal. Yeah. And then now I'll be rotating forward. So upon palpating, there is no tenderness, there's no swelling, there's no lesions or also masses, and there's no bruising. And yeah, the client felt nothing. Okay, now sir, I'll be asking you to do some more exercises. Can you please stand up? Can you please perform a squat for me? Yeah? Okay. And now stand up. Okay, very good. Okay, you can now sit down again, sir. Okay, now could you swing your right leg from left to right? Very good. Now your left leg. Did you feel any pain? So, my client didn't feel any pain with any of the exercises that I asked him to do, and so indicating that his joints in the knees are normal. Okay, now sir, I'll be inspecting for your feet and your ankles. Okay? So, check. Observe. Okay, sir, upon when I inspected, there are dilated veins and there are also noticeable calluses in your feet. But there's no nodules, there's no swelling, there's no cords also. Okay, now we palpating your feet. Okay, from here. Okay, so upon palpating, I noticed there's no tenderness, there's no swelling, also there's no any signs of lesions or masses in your feet. Okay, now sir, I'll be asking you, please follow these instructions again for the radial motion. Okay, please point your feet downward. Okay, good. Please place your hands on your hip. Okay, like that. And then for the ceiling. Okay, go down again. So go in line and out. So do you feel any pain doing that? Is it hard? Okay, very good. So my patient has done it with ease, and now I'm done with the ankle and the foot. And also I'm done with my assessment and my checklist. So now sir, I'll be summarizing my findings to you, okay? So you're starting from your face, you're symmetrical, there's no lesion, there's no pain, no commutative spasms and tenderness. Okay, in your neck, it's in the midline, there are no deformities and it's also symmetrical. There's also no tenderness. Okay, your shoulders, it's symmetrical, there's no swelling, there's no deformity, and also there's no muscle atrophy. Your elbow, it's equally, the color is a little bit darker. It's dark, so and there's no nodules and swelling. And then your wrist and hands, the movements are smooth and natural, okay? And there are no deformities, no radial movement, no variation. Okay? Also your spine Your spine has no noticeable lateral deviations, no exaggerated curvature. Okay? Then the hip, your hips, you don't feel any pain of what you're doing like that. And also your leg length is symmetrical. Okay, next to your knee. Your knee, there is normal hollows, and also there are no thickening, swelling, and bone. Okay, and then your ankle and foot, there are no deformities, nodules, swelling, and there are some calluses. There are no corns, but there are also dilated veins. So that's all for our assessment today. And sir, do you need anything else? Do you have any questions? Okay, so everything that has transpired here will be kept confidential and will be only shared within the healthcare team. So I wish you God bless, sir, and wish you a healthy body, and God bless. Thank you. Okay, now I'll be going back to the nurse's station. I'll be washing my hands and documenting my findings. So that's all for today, and thank you.